Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing probably what is, I guess, my first type of Q&A after the finale for The Walking Dead Season 6. I'll call it Q&A 1. This is leading up to the premiere for The Walking Dead Season 7. We're going to be going over your guys' questions as usual. We've got, I've got loads of theories that have been sent to me. So sorry if yours doesn't get included. There's like at least 50 to 100 different theories right now on who Negan killed. It's kind of nutty. We'll look at a few of them and we'll talk about it. No, man, this is gonna be a shit summer. Wait, man. Damn it, AMC. No idea what you just did. And spoiler warning, if you guys haven't seen the finale for The Walking Dead Season 6 yet, it's almost like they screwed me over for this summer because now I'm gonna... Okay, so somebody messaged me and said, hey, Trev, how many Q&As do you think you'll do this year? It was like a question. It's like 36 or something. And I'm like, well, leading up to Season 7 in October, probably. But here's the problem. AMC just set us up for me, what is going to be like the worst Q&A summer ever because everybody's got these different crazy theories on the finale in terms of positioning, in terms of like everything, man, and it's like so hard to tell. My interpretation was it was Glenn. I did the breakdown, yesterday, giving my thoughts on it, and it seems like, almost nobody agrees. Everybody's got a different idea. Everybody's got a different theory, and now it's just going to yield the craziest question summer ever, man. It's almost like, because I like to do death predictions for The Walking Dead every year, and it's almost like they're like, hey, you know what? People like to predict who they think is going to die next. Let's do a cliffhanger where we don't show who we've killed, so now they can really talk about who it is. Oh my god, it's crazy, man. So many death theories. I've got a few of them here. There was so many people that sent me different theories and stuff. I just grabbed a few of them. It's more like luck in this case. So if yours was one that I picked, then great. If it wasn't, please don't be offended. There's just so many people that have sent me different theories right now, and some might be better than others, but God, it's just... it's so hard to tell, man. Even in the breakdown, I'm like, shit. I'm like, who would it be? I mean, it could be this person, it could be that person, this person. I think he's at the left side. It seems like he's at the left side, his body motions. And then other people are like, no, there's totally different, and pointing out different things. It's like, oh, man, gosh, crazy. First question's from Steven Spielberg. I don't think he's Steven Spielberg. And he says, hey, Trev, do you think, maybe a fan of Steven Spielberg's TV show Negan, even though he can't say the F word, is more taunting. He says taunting than the comic book counterpart, because in the comics, Negan says he can't kill Michonne, Heath, or Glenn because he isn't a racist. And that is true. That is a line from the comic books. Race card. Negan in the show did not say that to Michonne or Glenn or Sasha. Also, Negan got to shave his shit. So that's true. I actually like the line when he looked at Abraham and he's like, oh, yeah, I got to shave. That's funny. I liked it. I thought it was good. It was pretty funny, even though I would have preferred maybe that he was clean-shaven and looked more like Negan from the comics. But he's pretty close anyway, especially the smile. I like the smile. The smile is pretty much, spot on from the Negan comic books version. So do I think he's scarier, at least in the beginning part? I mean, I think I would prefer so far, if you break it down, because they split up the issue 100, I think I'd have to go with the comic book series version right now as so far me liking it better, but that could change in season 7 and depending on how they handle Negan in the television series. But it's almost like, based on the nature of who the character is, it's kind of like if you see the Joker, for example, in Batman. Anytime you see him in either live action or in a cartoon or movie or anything, it's almost not as good as it is in the comic book on the page, because I guess the way the medium works, it allows for, kind of that crazy zaniness that is really hard to capture in live action, and kind of your imagination, your kind of the way you kind of imagine the character to be is a little bit more crazy than he actually is. I do envision Negan to be a little bit more kind of crazy and out there and wild than Jeffrey Dean Morgan played him in the in the finale. So far, I'd have to prefer the comic book series. I think he is funnier. I also think he was a little bit more a little bit more imposing as well too. Even though I did like how they kind of routed them into. Somebody brought up a good comparison. Sorry, I didn't write down your name, but it was between the beginning of season 6 where they actually had the zombie herd that was being kind of steered away, and they kind of steered them away, built this maze and had them steered away. And at the end of the season, it's almost like Rick and the group were put into a maze by the Saviors and were eventually found their way to the spot where the Saviors wanted them to be at. So I thought that was an interesting kind of comparison and an interesting kind of sort of switch there between the beginning and the end, and how that's kind of different. At the beginning they're mazing in these, directing in these zombies away from Alexandria, and at the end they're the ones being directed in. I don't know, it's maybe just a coincidence, but it's kind of interesting. Anyway, so far I prefer the comic book series version of Negan in pretty much every way, and I thought he was a little bit more taunting, because swearing and stuff too, it adds to it and everything, and kind of the way I picture Negan. But we just started to get to see him now, and we didn't even get to see all of 100 in there, right? And it's a little bit darker in the comic book series too, because spoiler warning, when he hits Glenn, his eyeball pops out of his socket. It's brutal. He's like, what does Negan say to him? I got to grab the issue to quote it exactly, but it's something along the lines of your eyeball just popped out. It's fucking gross. Something like that. Oh, it's just so crazy dark and everything. I mean, I almost feel guilty for laughing about it. It's funny the way Negan, like the type of responses that people give for him. But I'd say he's even more badass in the comics, just to keep it simple for you, Stephen. Next question is from Tyler. He says, Q&A, why do you think Rick seems so scared in the finale when with Terminus and the attack of Joe's group, which were two pretty similar situations, he seemed to be more collected and ready to take action? This is from Tyler. So I think in this case, he really realized in this case, because also the situation is not exactly the same. In this case, he has basically no chance of winning. Like, there is no way. It's not that he's outnumbered by a little bit like Joe's group. It's not that he's kind of trapped and, won't find a way out. But in this episode, he realizes that he really has zero probability of beating this. No matter which way this goes, whatever he does right now, he is so outmanned, it's not even funny. And I think at this time right here, it's a total, like Kirkman said on Talking Dead, that it's a total switch in terms of him being in control and him always having the answers and being so full of hope and knowing that everything's going to work out and be great, to kind of oh shit, we're back in this again, and just kind of like him kind of regressing and losing that whole control. And even Negan said, sucks, don't it? Because you're kind of the top dog, you're in charge, you build something, and now you realize that you don't really know shit, right? So that's kind of what he says in the finale, that type of thing. But I think it was mainly also too because in this case, Rick had killed so many of the Saviors that if he was in Negan's shoes at that time, he would kill them all without even thinking about it. Just like they did when they attacked the satellite place where he had all the Saviors there, and they were able to get in and kill them all while they were sleeping. And everything. He kind of at that time he probably projects in his mind a parallel of himself in Negan, where he's thinking, "Oh, this is the end. This really is the end, and they're gonna kill us all. We're all dead. We're screwed, and there's nothing we can do about it." So I think at that time that's why. I think he actually should be kind of happy that Negan decided he's just going to kill one of them, because if it was Rick who captured him, think about it. In this state, would Rick just kill one? Would he have the rest work for him, or would he just annihilate them all? Oh man, tough, really tough question. So think about that for a minute. So I think that's why, Tyler. Next one's from stoiviedoi, and he says, Trev, how do you feel about Season 6 finale being rated 7.1 on IMDb? That's only a little better than Still, which is 6.8. And I have to correct you. The next person sent it through, and they added a holy shit, and looks like I dropped their name. Sorry, brother. No, it was Hypernova 2K 2.0, and I think other people have as well, too. And he said that, holy shit, Trev, Last Day on Earth currently has a 5.8 on IMDb. I guess it moved down points, 1.4 points lower than Still, which for a while was the lowest rated Walking Dead episode on IMDb. So it's not, okay, here's what I'm going to say. definitely Last Day on Earth is not a worse episode than Still. People are just really pissed off, and I was too, and I kind of am too still, because now I got to hear about this all summer. Like, think about as bad as this for you guys. I get to answer these questions all summer of, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about the pebbles in the dirt? What about the shape of the ground? This is the type of shit this we go. I shouldn't have even done that breakdown video. I almost want to take it down now. I'm just gonna leave it. But anyway, still, so it's a 5.8 now. So it is, according to IMDb. I haven't checked Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know if they do. Do they do episode to episode? I'm not sure. But that's the lowest rating according to IMDb of an episode ever. I think that's just how pissed off people are that they left the death all the way, because that's a while, man. I mean, we gotta wait till October to find out for sure who it is, unless there's something in the trailer where we can look at specifically and be like, okay, this character survived, that character survived, this character survived, that character survived. And of course, when we get the trailer and stuff like that and info, I'll let you guys know what I get and what I have for you, because it's possible, even though everything points to one character, it could be another character, and everybody seems to be kind of had interpreted that ending differently. Not most people weren't like me who thought it was Glenn. A lot of people thought it was Eugene or Abraham, or even some people still think it's Michonne. Oh, crazy. So here's one, for example, from Harley, and she says, "Hey, Trev, this isn't necessarily for a Q&A, but I want to suggest a theory. You and everybody else." I thought it was Abraham, but now I'm leaning towards Michonne. Son of a bitch. Oh, my head's just going to explode this summer, man. YouTube user Quizby, who made a video. No offense, Quizby, if you watch this video. I'm not from. I don't know you yet. If you're new, cool, man. No, or you, the girl, or what? I don't know. Made a video theorizing that it's Michonne because all of the characters have Lucille pointed directly at them at least once, excluding her, making her the point of view shot. Oh man, you see, this is exactly what we're talking about, man. This is going to get so old. So I'm already tired of hearing theories, and it's like today I'm filming. It's Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday, and I'm tired of this shit already. Oh, it's going to be brutal. Next one's from Josh. I don't even know what to comment on that. I don't even know what to say. It's like, okay, maybe that's true. I don't know. Could it be? I suppose it could be. But, damn it, man. I don't know. Okay, next one's from Joshua Kaiser. He says, "Hey, Trev, I wanted to throw a couple questions your way since I'm sure you're getting a bunch of Q&A videos made for Season 7. My bet is you'll get up to," this is where it came from, 36 Q&A videos before October. Probably at least, especially with all these theories. Of course, I'll start out with who I think it could be that got Lucille." I really, you know what, Kirkman? I was going to buy the rest of Invincible. But you know what? Now, I'm not going to do it now, okay? Because, you did this. You did this to me, okay? You did this to us. Okay, next one. All right. Based on point of view, I think it could be very well Abraham, since before the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Abraham is the one who stands up and looks at Negan eye to eye. So I think the point of view when getting smashed would make sense. He would look at him while it happened. He would take it like a champ. He's pretty tough. That's true. Also wanted to comment on a parallel I noticed in the finale back to Season 4B when it was just Rick, Carl, and Michonne, and they set up traps for the rabbits. Rick teaches them about funneling the prey a certain way as to set off the trap. That's true, yeah. Throughout the whole episode, the Saviors are doing the exact thing to them in their RV until they are forced to ditch the RV and get on foot. Even when they start whistling, they are making them go in a certain direction. Thanks for all the videos. Looking forward to seeing all the videos in the off season to keep me occupied, from Joshua Kaiser. So it's a great one. So again, with the Abraham thing, it's like, you can make a case for a lot of different characters right now in the show. You can make a case for Abraham because he wasn't killed off with his comic book death. You can make a case for, a lot of different characters. It's tough, man. It's really tough, and yeah, no doubt. Next one's from Deborah Parks, and she says, "Hey, Trev, love your videos. I have a theory about who dies. I've been watching the scene with Negan again, and I noticed when you get a full view of everybody in a line that there are hardly any stones," and this is what I was talking about, "and the rubble in front of Glenn." apart from 2 stones by his left knee. When Negan chooses the person he wants to kill and hits them, the camera person moves to the ground, and you have 2 stones close by. It might be looking into it too much, but I want your opinion. I don't even know. Oh, it's like the worst Q&A I've ever done. I don't even know, man. I mean, all right, I'll look at the stones, okay? I'll look at the damn stones in front in the rubble, and I'll try to point out which person it'd be in front of, because we don't even. Here's another thing too I should add. Like I briefly mentioned the breakdown, but not enough. We don't even know if they filmed it with the camera gear in the spot where Negan killed somebody, right? We don't even know. At the trees at his left side, they look like they're at the top right of the survivors facing. So the survivors are facing this way, and they're looking up there at Negan. The trees, the structure of the trees looks like. See, again, I'm doing it myself. Looks like it's the top right with Negan there, and then the RV's like right here. So if it was somebody on this side, wouldn't the RV somehow be in the background there? You see, they might have even filmed at a different spot. I don't even remember from the leaked footage because it's been ripped down online. Maybe I have to check it again to see where it was filmed at. But we don't even know if where they filmed, where they put the camera crew, and the camera equipment is exactly where the person whose death it is going to be. We don't even know that for sure. So, again, just craziness. All right, we'll do a couple more. I think you guys get the idea of what this is looking like, what this summer's going to look like. Hey, Trev, I'm not sure you read all of my comments. Well, I don't read them all, brother, but I do the best I can. And I added a few more in lengthy argument below in the comment section. So I thought I'd send it here just in case. I still stand by my pick of it being Eugene. God damn it! Please remember that I've not read the comics, and my assumptions of things that are to be major plot points are from what I've gathered from watching you and reading some posts here and there from your fans, followers, whatever. But other than major plot points, I really don't know much that happens in the comics. So please understand that point of view while reading this post, well, just because you haven't read the comics doesn't mean you can't really get any more insight into it just because you read the comics in this case, like with regards to who the death is. Number 1, positioning and shadows. Number 2, eeny, meeny, miny, mo order. Number 3, Eugene's character development has reached its limits of his arc, so to speak. Number 4, he did give Rick the bullet making instructions just in case. And then Rebecca Rippey, she had some other things here. Number 6, as I stated, they stuck with the storyline a lot, and therefore, if it were to be Glenn as per the comics, then it's not much of a cliffhanger. Yeah, I hear that, but again, Kirkman is so sadistic that I actually think he's just sadistic at this point. I think he likes to torture us a little bit. I really do think so. Especially when I read Invincible 2, and he kind of does the same thing a lot of the times. He kind of tortures us too sometimes. So, as readers and as viewers. So, she's making a case for Eugene, and you can make a good case, because he does give Rick the instructions and that if something happens to him and this kind of deal. So, you could make a case for him, because now that Rick has the bullets, they don't necessarily have to have Eugene in the story anymore. He's kind of given over his primary thing, even though down the road he does come up with some other stuff, and he's pretty important for that. So you can't rule it out either, but again, there's just it's just so many possibilities. It's impossible. And the last one is going to be Joe Stuckey, and he says, "Hey Trev, I hope you're feeling okay after the big finale cliffhanger." Well, I was until I put together this Q&A. He said, "I'm just starting to feel better after the whole thing." Anyways, I had a Q&A question or possible video topic for you that hopefully you can talk about. With all the speculation that Glenn is the one that Negan has killed, and the possibility, at least someone else thinks it's Glenn, the possibility of Maggie having a miscarriage, do you think it's possible that she will attempt suicide just like the comics when Glenn, so she attempts it in the comics, but she doesn't she doesn't complete it, so to speak. And it's way earlier on in the series than this. Like, we passed that point, and it never was included. But I like the comment from Joe. It makes a lot of sense. He said, when Glenn dies in the comics, she is pregnant, and that is what's keeping her going. But in the TV series, if Glenn is dead and she has a miscarriage, I can see this as a possibility, as she would have nothing else left to live for, and she might try it. Yeah, I like your theory, and I think that is a good theory. It makes a lot of sense, and we'll have to see if they include that. But I do think it would be, especially compared to where it was at before, if they do kill Glenn off and the audio clip that was leaked is true, is correct, which again, I don't know for sure if it is one way or another 100%. It sounds legit, but you never know. Then, yeah, if that's the case, then I could see her doing that, because obviously, if she sees Glenn killed right in front of her, she's going to be brutally sad, and then if she has a miscarriage as well at the same time, she may just say, all right, fuck it, I'm done. Wait, I'm done. Just hang me up, I'm done. I've had enough. This world sucks too much. So I'll end this Q&A for today here, guys. Keep sending me your questions and all that. Please don't get discouraged. You can send me theories. It's fine. It's cool. I just think it's funny how, everybody's got different views at this point. There's every theory I look at, every question I look at is somebody different. It's either, I think it's Aaron, I think it's Eugene, I think it's Abraham, I think it's Sasha, or whoever the hell else, It's just crazy right now. Or Carl, and it's you almost heard almost everybody. So write your comments below, guys. Keep sending me your messages, and we'll continue as usual. Of course, review for Fear this Sunday night, and all the usual stuff. Review for the Walking Dead comic book series later today, and all that good stuff, the usual stuff. If you guys like this video, this first kind of Q&A, you can thumb it up below. You can also share, you can favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, you can subscribe at the bottom left. That'll be it for today, so we'll see you guys again for the Walking Dead comic book series review, and tomorrow for a Season 6 review. It's Trev, I'm saying peace. See you guys.